Hello and welcome to another SH Figuarts release review. This is the Real Bone Kamen Rider Double Heat Metal. This is essentially the same figure as the other Kamen Rider double figures, so it's not gonna be a long video because a lot of stuff is going to be the same. We're mostly gonna focus on what the different bits and of course the accessories, which there's actually quite a few nice accessories in this set. First of all, looking closely at the figure, the red side is a very nice, shiny, glossy finish, and overall looks pretty good. Even the joints have somehow managed to keep most of that aspect right there. A lot of times the joints seem a little bit blurred, a little bit bland, whereas here, it melds in quite well. The orangey metallic print around the shoulder pads are quite nice, and compared to the original where this was just a flat piece on the chest, here it's actually a transparent orangey plastic. Same with the armband and the leg band. On the other side, on the metal side, it's a nice matte finish. I saw some people complaining about this online, like, oh, it doesn't look right, why is it doing like that? And then quickly screen cap original photos from the show and it looks just fine. Some people say that the gray side is a bit too dark. Maybe, but for the most part, when people take photos online showcasing it, the product shots, all that is done in a light box. And as you can see here, the light shining on my figure, the silver side is fine. The metallic lining there is that sharp, brighter silver, like just regular silver, I guess, whereas the rest of the body is a darker grayish finish. Just like the other figures, the guy members are quite easy to fall out from the belt, so I do recommend putting in just a little bit of blue tack in there. Same with the maximum drive slot as well, although once you've done that, it's going to be a little bit of a pain to pull it back out, so you're going to have to judge if you want to do that or not. In terms of quality control, my figure is fine right here. I had two other figures which a few niggles here and there, honestly not too much of a big deal, and I haven't really noticed anyone with big scratch marks or anything like that on their figures online, so yeah, it's probably pretty decent. In terms of accessories, aside from the pair of fists already attached to the figure, we have a pair of single pointing hands, two finger pointing hands, we have a pair of guy memory holding hands, a pair of staff holding hands in slightly different angles, a pair of relaxed hands, and a pair of grabby hands. We have our little Beetle phone here, which is one of his gadgets from the show. We have one that's just an open sort of phone mode, and it's painted quite well, looks alright. Just hold that in his hand, take some calls, whatever. We also have it in the open mode with a guy memory right up its butt. It's painted correctly even. Little red slot there, that's its guy memory. Open up, and of course it has a little peg there to attach to the staff that he uses. Plug that in there, fix snugly in there, it doesn't fall out, but it's still quite easy to pull out. This slot here is the same size as the other ones from the Trigger Magnum, so you have the Lunar Trigger figure that comes with the bat and spider gadget. It'll fit right here as well, and this Beetle gadget will also fit nicely on the Trigger Magnum as well. So in terms of staff, we have this short one here with a peg that plugs into the back of Kamen Rider Double. Sits there quite nice, it's painted quite good, overall looks pretty decent. And we also have this one which is way longer. Just to compare sizes, you can see, look, it's almost double the size. Pardon the pun. But despite the small one just there for display, it still has the same molding as the big one, so you can still plug the gadgets into it and stick a guy memory in there if you want to. So yep, the big one also has a guy memory slot there and a gadget slot there, and I'm guessing just for packaging reasons these had to be separated so it would fit in the box, but just to get the two extended pieces here, plug them in, and you have a full size staff for combat. Also here is made out of hard plastic and doesn't really have any give, but I think it's just thick enough for it to be solid. And these thin pieces here, they have a little bit more give than the center, so they shouldn't snap too easily. On the back on the figure here, unfortunately, does have a little peg hole there for him to put the staff on his back, which is unfortunate. I would have preferred not having a hole there, just like how the Lunar Trigger one doesn't do that. Or at least give me a piece to fill in that gap. This is quite distracting and seems like poor choice? I don't know. Just doesn't seem that nice. The tramp stamp made in China stuff is printed on the back there, for the most part is going to be covered by his armor piece. On to articulation, you got a double neck ball joint, so you can look quite far down, quite far back, sideways, sideways, and full rotation here. Shoulder pads are on their own little hinge. You got a double like socket joint there for the shoulder, piece there to hide the joint somewhat, up, down, full rotation here, but this joint is really stiff. Almost feels like I'm stretching the plastic at first, but that's how sometimes just when it gets glued down a bit, this side's a bit better. So be careful with this, rotate it a little bit, don't be too hard. If it's not moving, heat it up with like hot water or maybe not hair dryer depending on how strong it is, but hot water should do fine. Double elbow joint, hands on the ball, on a peg, and swivel. Double torso joint, look far back, far forward, sideways, sideways, some rotation, not fully, because the belt moves as well. Leg goes up, leg goes back a little bit, and sideways, like these to hide the joint somewhat, although the red's not quite right, but you know, it's still good that it's there. Double knee joint, toe joint, leg goes back, foot joint also goes back a little bit, and we have a slightly sideways, as well as a full rotation here. It's been 10 years now and Kamen Rider Double is still awesome. The show itself, as well as the suit design, and these figures capture those suit designs just perfectly. Putting 3 figures together, if you're a Kamen Rider Double fan, it's just awesome to see them all 3 together. Now of course you can customize these and have the other 9 colors as well, which I'm in the process of doing, but as of right now, if you don't know how to custom, you're just buying the figures, these 3 look excellent together. Would I recommend Heat Metal on its own? Unless you don't have Cyclone Joker and you just like red and silver, it is still a pretty awesome figure, but the value of it comes with it when it's with the other 2 main forms. I do look forward to Bandai hopefully one day making the extreme form as well. I just like Double a lot of people like Double a lot, which is why Bandai can still sell these figures at such a high price, but still at the same time giving us quality figures after all these many years. Overall, if you like Kamen Rider, you like Double, then this is a must pick up. If you're only picking up the main forms and you don't have Lunar Trigger, then this is probably an easy skip. I'll probably recommend Fang Joker over these 2 if you don't want to pick up the entire set. As of right now, Lunar Trigger and Heat Metal have dropped down in price currently, so if you haven't picked these up yet, this is a good time to pick them up before the price will eventually go back up, as these are quality figures, and of course Double is a series where a lot of people do enjoy even now. Subscribe, suggest, and comment below, and of course take care and have a nice day. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye now.